What's up, my beautiful people? It's Josué from El Grupo Más Desmadroso de Las Vegas. I'm here with the one and only Zeta. She's the one that drew the art for our new single, Agradecido, doing a small interview to go over the details, a little bit of what the song means and what we want to represent as both artists. Pleasure to be here. We're currently at una paleteria drinking delicious agüitas. Pleasure to be with you, Zeta.
Likewise.
All right, let's get into it. Okay, so when drawing the art cover for Agradecido, so this, what drove you to it? Because I know I had a vision when I texted you. I was like, hey, esta es mi visión and everything. But what was the drive for you to draw this amazing picture?
So we kind of worked on it together. You gave me your vision and I did my absolute best to bring it to life. What kind of drove me was I was listening to the song that you sent me and just listening to the lyrics, kind of like dissecting it a little bit, and again feeling that familiarity, because a lot of the things that you did talk about is things that are important to us and what makes us. Like, you know, as myself, like I'm a first generation of immigrant parents, so it's all about all of the struggles that they've been through. My dad came here at a very young age. You know, he tried to give us everything through blood, sweat, and tears. Kind of like took that pride and all the pain that, you know, my parents might have felt within the struggle and kind of put it into the drawing that we made. I kind of wanted to incorporate like the architecture that we grew up around with, or at least I, since you said you grew up here, yeah, so that we're familiar with pretty much what I said, but the Las Vegas sign, the palm trees, like all of that architecture that we always grew up seeing with. I mean, Las Vegas is so tiny. You can see that anywhere in the city. It follows us around. We see it every day practically. Because they had the brilliant idea to add the Aztec and Mayan architecture, which is kind of like transitioning to what our parents, well, not exactly where our parents came from, but where our ancestors came from to where we are right now. So it's kind of like that transition between those two épocas that brought us here today. And like kind of integrated a bunch of like little Aztec and Mayan patterns as well, just to kind of see that it's flowing through us still. Even though we're on the newer side, which is on the left side, we're still having that flow through us.
So representing los de acá y los de allá. All right, so when first listening to esta canción, how can you relate to it? Like, how do you relate that to your art?
So I did feel a lot of relatable things that you said. I feel like it's not heavily talked about a lot, that we have such a high pressure of being the best and, you know, kind of making our parents proud because they went through so much. Se esfuerzan tanto to come to this country and to, you know, it's a lot of pressure wanting to be like the ideal daughter or
Okay, so love
or
addictive.
son.
Okay,
So it's like a touching subject to us. So I feel like we don't talk too much about it because it's just a lot of that kind of ends up being trauma in a sense. But I did feel, you know, very proud of the fact that, you know, my parents came here with a better life, and that I'm always going to be grateful for, you know, that esfuerzo que hicieron to give me a good life, to, you know, have the advantage and opportunities, things, you know, I probably wouldn't have if I grew up, you know, where my parents are from, you know, having the educational system that I have, the friends that I have, the food, the roof over my head, everything that I have today. So it is very touching to me, and I feel like a lot of people can say the same thing.
That was a good answer. But is there a specific line from there that was, damn, that's right in mi corazón?
There's a couple. It's hard to pick.
Because, yeah, some of them are like, when I'm making lyrics, like, I just write what's in my heart. And then I didn't use them in the song, so I forgot to tell you. So you might see some random stuff in there.
Okay. I feel like probably this part. Sacrificando sus bellezas. Sorry, I'm not that fluent in
It's okay. So that one, which a mi madre que trabaja de sol a sol y sufre sin decir adiós a sus sueños de una vida mejor, sacrificando su belleza y delicadeza, esperando que la vida le regale algo mejor. That's the lyrics,
Yeah.
but yeah. Okay, so why does that relate to you?
Well, I mean, my whole life, my mom has been working on the weekends from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So she'd be gone for the entire day. So it was the time that I was kind of supposed to have with her. She was always working around that time, and I was kind of always alone. My sisters had their own things going on, so I was kind of alone in a sense. And I was took to a babysitter majority of the time, or I had someone else taking care of me.
Yeah.
So I just feel like so I didn't have that much quality time with my mom. So I felt like growing up I was a little bit closer to my dad at a point, because she just wasn't spending that time with me. Not that she didn't want to, it's just that she
It's
couldn't.
just the life
Yeah.
that.
She was just working all day, 12 hours a day on the weekends, and I would see her during the weekdays, but I would have school, and then we would eat, wrap up, and then it's time for the next day.
Yeah.
So I didn't spend as much time as with my mom as how I wish I would have. But again, I know that was a big sacrifice that my mom had to make in order, to provide the food that we had at home.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people from here, a lot of immigrant families do go through that. You barely see your family straight up
Yeah.
at all, like, porque están chambeando todos los días.
Yeah.
And like when you said that, like, the babysitter was taking care of you, sometimes it's el primo que te cuida, and like it's
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, you have that sense of community, but it's not, no, like, there's nothing like ese amor de una madre o
No,
un
yeah.
padre.
It's definitely different, but I mean, I'm not gonna say like, oh, that my mom didn't take care of me, or she didn't like,
Yeah.
raise me who I am. She
Yeah.
definitely did. It's just, as a kid, I didn't have her around as much. Like, I mean, she was there, but it
Pero
just wasn't a lot of time with
Es la
her.
chamba que.
Yeah, and I mean, it was the same thing with my dad, but just my dad had a little bit more free time, because he did work a lot more than my mom. I mean, they both were hard workers. They were both gone the majority of the day. My dad would go like very early into work, and he would come maybe around the midday, but he was always exhausted. Those dos casi no me dieron like a lot of attention per se.
Yeah.
But again, that's a huge sacrifice that a lot of parents have to make in order to take care of their own.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly the message that I wanted to convey. Mostly in my case, like seeing my mom working super hard, like extremely hard, and seeing that beauty of a mother, like she's sacrificing her like whole existence just
Yeah.
for us,
Mhm.
And that's why I decided, because I'm like, I know I share that story with a lot of people. Like when you said that, I was like,
Yeah,
Big
pues
out.
salen de chambear y luego, hacer de comer. I gotta feed my kids. I gotta make
Yeah.
lunch. I gotta make, food for your husband. And like, I gotta take care of the kids. Like, it's a lot. You go from working at a job, and then you gotta go to
To
your
working back
reality
home.
and working at home.
yeah.
So it's a lot that our parents definitely went through.
It's a common theme en nuestra familia, bueno, en la familia mexicana inmigrante living in the U.S. Okay, so let's talk about the process. So I hit you up. I had a vision in my head. I decided to go with Aquetzal, porque pues Aquetzal is meaningful to me, where I'm from, and like just his background, like my whole story. And I first,
Yeah, absolutely.
so I show her this, este pájaro, así, and I send her, and I was like, this is the vision that I have, just this. And just to prove how cool she is and how the vision of an artist is, she sent me, I gave her all the details, like los Easter eggs y todo esto, and she sent me esto bien chido, así, like that. And I don't know, I like that. Like I said, the human mind is like super impressive, because that's literally what I had in mind.
I definitely saw the vision right away. Like, I knew what you wanted. Like,
Yeah.
you wanted something to feel like free in a sense, like something with like libertad kind
Yeah.
of. So I kind of already knew what you were going for. And then, we asked questions and we worked on it together about what you wanted. You wanted it to represent like, our struggles and Mexican culture. And you sent me the song, and I told you about my ideas, and we just kind of like, how do you say, like, we just constructed it together. We just
Yeah.
kind of spitballed our ideas, and we just made this beautiful masterpiece together.
No, yeah, it is. You couldn't have said it any better. It is a beautiful masterpiece. I'm gonna leave it here so you guys can like see it, porque está muy chido, está muy padre. I like everything about it.
Hell yeah.
So, thank you, Zeta, for, like I said, like, for sharing your story, sharing parte de, ¿cómo se llama? De tu historia con nosotros, with this mother. I wanted to really connect with our people, Thank you for drawing like this amazing, beautiful piece. And like I said, Make sure you follow Zeta at zeta.lv. Follow this mother. Listen to Agradecido. Any last words do you have for the people?
I mean, thank you for the opportunity. It was definitely a blessing. I enjoyed doing the piece. Bringing your vision to life is, I mean, it's the most amazing feeling, honestly. Just like from a perspective of someone that doesn't have like the expressive way to kind of create in a way. It feels good to be able to translate like your thoughts and your feelings into a visual thing. Like I feel like it's a really beautiful thing. And the song itself, I mean, I really do represent with it. Like it's a bunch of familiarity, and I really do think that a lot of people feel the same way as well. So I appreciate the opportunity, and even this interview. I mean, it's super cool. We're here in the paleteria, just talking. It's super dope, and I appreciate the opportunity. Make sure you listen to the single. You know, give it a like, repost, follow. You know, we appreciate all the love and any type of attention that we get.
Support local artists. Support
Absolutely. No
Latin
AI.
artists. Yes. No AI. And cuídense, stay safe, que viva la raza, que viva el desmother, stay safe, and stay sexy.
A
Bye.
huevo.